Hey everyone, what's up? It's another game that I'm extremely late to, Red Dead 2 Online, and I had a character on this before, but I deleted it because I didn't know much about it. So anyways, let's jump in.
Okay, Sheriff. Here they are.
Tell the Marshal this ain't how we do things here. But I'll oblige him this once. All right. Let's see what we got.
Okay, do we want to go female or do we want to go male? I'm gonna go male
Don't try me now.
because I am a male and you gotta represent. Am I right, guys? Am I right, fellow males? So at the end of the day, this is what my character ended up looking like. He's not nearly as cool as my last one, but I couldn't recreate him because I had to delete him to make this one. So the reason he looks like this is because he looks like a cool dude. He looks like a nice guy who would help somebody out. He would go out of his way to help out another Samaritan. So yeah, let's go.
Jackson! Officer Jackson, move those prisoners! Officer Benton! Kitchens and staff! Officer Townsend, those rocks ain't gonna break themselves. What are you standing there for? Get moving! What are you looking at? Go on, get moving!
You with the hammer? And you'll do. We need to perform a work detail out in Valentine. Come on, get in. Open the gate. Come on, Milliken. Yeah! I tell you what, old Jameson is a wretched, sour old bastard, and no mistake. You lot stay calm in there.
You aren't saying nothing.
Well, you are now. Shut up. You know, my wife has acquired ideas significantly above her station. She's been reading too many goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean. And men, I guess. Unnecessary. Doesn't add much to the world. Education.
Good day, gentlemen.
Oh,
Don't do anything stupid. Nobody gets shot. Act like fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute. Now, what are your names?
Jenkins and Milliken.
Well, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary. You get that salary whether these people escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please.
Okay.
You all run away. Aside from you. Try to stay out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away before somebody gets shot entirely unnecessarily. Go on, don't look back. Mr. Wendt, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each?
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, sir, how about you pick up these guns and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us.
Okay, we just got rescued and that was the longest I've ever had to be quiet. I'm not gonna lie. So he wanted us to pick up some guns. Okay, I didn't read any of that, but it looks like we already picked up our guns, so let's just keep going. Where could this guy be taking us? Who knows? We're following a complete stranger. One thing I want to say is I never did end up beating the campaign. I know, it's crazy, right? I got really far, but I was going for the platinum, and it ended up just not really happening. After so long, I just got tired of the game. There, I said it, okay? Alright, we arrived at our destination. What the heck is going on? Who are these people?
This way. She's anxious to meet you.
She must know more about me than I do.
Madam, we're back.
Hello. Jessica Leclerc, how do you do? What did you tell him?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Hawley. I do hope we haven't inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them. I can't be sure, but that is all I know so far.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it, or caused it unwittingly. Anyway, I'm sure this is all a touch confusing and melodramatic. Where are my manners? Hawley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll find a change of clothes in there, alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
Alright guys, we got some new clothes, but I'm not gonna lie. There's something off about his face. I'm not sure what it is, but his face looks a little weird. But with that out of the way, I was gonna say we're looking pretty pimp, but I guess now it says exiting the wardrobe will finalize your starting clothes. Are you sure you want to leave?
That looks more comfortable. Hawley,
Here, madam.
your very good health.
She making a
I
move on
suppose
me?
it beats dying,
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are. The people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts, crook, and my former best friend, Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we do.
Good. I
Was
look
that a yes
forward
or a
to
no? I
rewarding
really
you
couldn't
for
tell.
Killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to killing. I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now. Then, Hawley, go introduce him to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps, get up.
Hello, partner. Harley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner. J.B. Cripps at your service.
We'll pay to get your camp established. Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
All right, guys, before we keep going, look at we're looking pretty good. I mean,
I'm sure you're
minus his
tired.
face, but
Put this gun and you
our
can
clothes,
rest.
we're looking fresh. We're looking fresher than I do in real life. Let's be serious. Okay, let's go to the horse. Horse's health is displayed in the lower left corner. A horse will collapse if it's not fed. I didn't read that, but I have a feeling our horse might die a few times in this game. One thing I want to say is, too, I haven't played the story mode in a very long time, so a lot of the buttons, I might need to get used to them, but, you know, I'm a fast gamer learner. A fast gamer learner, is that even a word? I don't think so. So I'm just going to keep following the path, and I'll let you guys know when we get there. Alright, it looks like we have arrived. Let's put our horse to that thing. Apparently it didn't want to go on that thing. Oh, maybe we can do it if we walk up to the horse? No, that's not how it works in the Red Dead world. I'm wrong once again.
Hello. You must be Harley's friend. He's one of us. He said you also were a discouraged man. I'm very discouraged. Disappointed Alden, that's me. Anyway, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I find your reticence charming. Real charming. By the way, I heard you might want to earn a little money. Well, some gentlemen have been robbing our stages, and they are not part of the club, if you catch my meaning. If you can make them go away, I'm sure they will have something of interest to you. They're up in Cumberland Forest. See what you can do, okay? Here, by the way, a catalog. The latest issue. Just came into this armpit from a land more civilized. And if all works out, well, my colleagues and I move around these stations as needed. And all of us are very discouraged. We will all help a fellow sufferer with pertinent information. Good afternoon, sir.
Hey guys, I apologize. I didn't have subtitles on that whole time, but don't worry, I did catch myself, so hopefully that didn't go on for too long, which, I mean, I know how long it went for, and it wasn't too long. But anyways, let's just start playing again. Alright, we're on our way to the Cumberland Forest. Dude, that sounds like a forest that would be in an RPG, I'm not going to lie. One thing I kind of remember is that, don't we have to feed our character in this game? Like I said, I have played this before, but honestly, I sunk in like 2 hours of the game, which maybe that kind of explains to you why I sound like such a noob. It's because I am one. Spoiler alert. But this is a game that I've always kind of wanted to get into, and I wish I would have got into it earlier. And something that's always on my mind is how much stuff have I missed out on? Like, did my old character have things I can't get anymore? Not that I got far in the game, but maybe I had like loyalty points maybe, or maybe I had some special gift just for being one of the first people playing online. I have no idea, but I'm trying not to look back because that's something that can ruin games for me. And it looks like I did enough talking where we actually are arriving at the position we need to be in. So we're gonna get off our horse, and I'll get back to you guys when I find the hideout. This game really is beautiful, not gonna lie. Alright guys, so while I was kind of looking for the one hideout, I just found a gang hideout. I don't know if I'm supposed to kill these guys. Hold L1 to show weapon wheel. I'm gonna go with yes. Let's hope for the best. Oh god. The accuracy like that, I mean, how could I ever die? I was trying to use Deadeye, but I have no idea how to do that. And also, I just tried doing something. I'm trying to figure out how I on crouch. Well, we shot him in the arm because, you know, he's looking bad. This is one of the reasons I wanted to start playing this game, though, was because of the random encounters. You know what? Enough's enough. Yep, enough is enough. Oh gosh, he just tackled me. Dude, I don't even know how I killed him. I wasn't even, like... No, I don't want my horse. I want to loot. I want this nice, juicy loot. I don't know how important loot is in this game, but, you know, I can only assume it's a little important. It's loot, after all. Make sure all our guns are reloaded. Is this a note? No, who did it?
You're good. You're real good, friend.
Thank you. You're good too.
Here, take this. It's a map. Just be kind. Don't kill me.
I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy, guys. If you ever turn on me again, I will hunt down your family, slice all their skin off, and eat it myself. So the game told us to open our satchel and look at this treasure map. I don't know if this is just like a random encounter, but I'm assuming since the game is telling us to do this, we should probably be listening to it. So X marks the spot if I've ever understood that. Some of you guys might be wondering, why is he running to the map marker when he has a horse, a loyal horse, following him and listening to his every whim? Well, it's because my horse deserves a break, and it's definitely not because I'm too lazy to stop and hit triangle on the horse. I am playing on PS4, by the way, if you were wondering. Alright, old habits die hard. I am already on my horse after saying that. I'm like, you know what? Why am I wasting time? Let's ride this horse. And you know what? What the heck happened to my hat? Did somebody shoot that off my head? Did they just barely miss my head and kill me in one shot? I mean, I'm thankful that they missed my head because, you know, there goes this series. If this does turn into a series, I'm kind of experimenting with editing. If you've noticed my past few videos, I haven't done a lot of editing in them, and I've kind of just been, you know, talking a lot, playing games that don't necessarily need editing, but maybe that's not always the way to go on YouTube. Alright, I have a feeling we're getting pretty close to the treasure map. I mean, oh my gosh, if treasure maps are this easy to find in real life, wow, I think I'm going to start being a treasure hunter. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Oh yeah, and I was right. Here we are. So, do anything. And I have a bad habit of hitting L3 and crouching because I just feel like that is a sprint button. Okay. You know what? I didn't want to go that way anyways. Oh my gosh, guy. There's some... Oh my gosh, guy. Is there just one guy watching this video? Oh my gosh, guys. There's some deer, and I'm definitely going to shoot one. Nailed it. Well, here's our prize. Let's skin it. Maybe we should have taken the whole thing, but now that we skinned it, I don't really know if I want to deal with that. So let's bring our skin back to our horse and continue our treasure hunt. Stowing this puppy on the horse. Alright, and I think we found the treasure. There's a thing called Eagle Vision. I can't remember if that was in the main campaign, but you know what? I'm glad it's in the online campaign. Because this is technically an online campaign, guys. Believe it or not. Is that a silver bar? Oh, it's a card. Okay. Let's be polite. We'll close the box. So this is our loadout menu. It says Deadeye. I don't really know what this means. I think I slightly remember this, though, from when I played before. So I think this seems like the way to go. Paint it black for sure. I mean, I like healing abilities. But this sounds like what it is from the main campaign. So I am going to claim Paint It Black 1. It just sounds good, I mean, honestly. So now we're riding to meet Clay. There's a lot of detail in this world, just like the campaign. You gotta give the game credit. And Rockstar, I mean, I always have faith in them. After GTA 5, which is a game I played off and on. I didn't drop millions of dollars like other people, but I did play a lot of it. So it kind of led to me also playing Red Dead 2 online because they took care of that game. Why wouldn't they take care of this one? I know there's a little less they can do with this one, but I'm sure they have some creative staff on their side and they can make anything happen if they try hard enough. It looks like we're arriving at the camp. Let's see what's going on here. So it looks like we get to do our first online mission, show info. What does that do? Harley suggested you go to see Clay Davis, a horse thief, to learn the ins and outs of the horse rustling trade. 1 to 4 players. So if I remember right, this should put us with some random people. It looks like we got 4 people, so I'm pretty excited to do this. I already readied up. I'm going to make sure I actually have them all muted. I did mute 2 of them. I think this one I might not have muted. It's hard to tell, honestly. It doesn't say if I muted them or not. Doesn't matter. You know, we can't have somebody talking in chat, acting like they know more than me, because, you know, that would be embarrassing.
Win again. Did Horley send you, Pop? I'm Clay Davies. This is my brother, Clive. He don't talk. Maybe you two will get along better. Maybe not. Listen, I heard you wanted to earn some money. So, there's a gang of ne'er-do-wells. They are a bunch of degenerates, not good people. They're out near Cumberland Falls with a bunch of horses they stole off of me. Well, that's a lie, but they stole them off the fella I was gonna steal them off of. Maybe you could get them for me. You think you could do that for me, Pop? Oh, look. Here are your friends. Well, good. Meet me at the stable at Valentine once you have the horse flesh, and I'll pay you good. Oh, and Pop, Horley wanted me to remind you, any decent work you can find, take it. But just try to stay out of trouble. Oh, and once you give me those horses, well, after that, we'll talk again. Oh, I do so enjoy these conversations. I'm used to them on account of my brother. Let's go, Clive.
Alright, I did see that they wanted to skip the mission, but, you know, I wanted to watch the video for the first time. I didn't remember it, and I'm sure those of you who just happen to be watching this video might have wanted to see it too. Clay Davis has his eye on a stolen horse. Geez, so we're bandits right off the bat. I mean, this is a cowboy game, so, you know, you can only assume you would be a bandit in a cowboy game. But we're a good cowboy nonetheless. A cowboy without a cowboy hat, but a cowboy nonetheless. Alright, we're getting our first few kills. Obviously, you see me dunking down because, you know, I get all the buttons mixed up. You know, we're going in here because we want a horse. We want a horse now. Can we straight up just open this? Oh, yeah, we can. I'm really liking this horse, so I'm gonna get on him. We are gonna ride. We're gonna ride like the wind, honestly. All right, guys, we got our horse, and now let's just keep riding and see where it takes us. I want to say we're going back to the beginning, but I could be wrong. And I think the horse that we steal is the horse we get to keep permanently. No, horse, we're better than this. Don't trip over them. Okay, I was a little nervous. And circle is reload. I wanted to hit square. I can only imagine why, because every other game has square as the reload button. We're gonna cool off. We're gonna let the horse regain his energy. But if we do get this horse, we have a better horse than I had on my other character. And by better, I mean a cooler horse. You know, I'm all about those black horses. They just look cooler than like a typical brown horse. Not that there's anything. Look at that guy's tiny horse. That looks like a donkey. No offense to that guy's horse. But that's the horse he's gonna get online. And this is the horse I'm gonna get. Alright, I think we made it, actually. I think we all made it.
Well, 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 Horley was right about you, dead right. Ain't that dandy? Get that horse hidden away, Clive, and ready to move out as soon as we can. All right. Here's the money you earned. Now listen, Horley came by and gave me a message. He said to go see your friend Cripps up at your camp. Now listen to me for a second. Any other decent horses you find, we'll buy them. Just as soon as we are set up, okay? Nice meeting you. You know what? Hold on, boy. I call him boy because I'm older. 30 minutes, he went black. Let's give our friend here back the horse. It's yours. A sign of faith and future business. If you want to buy any extras or sundries for the animal, Head inside. They've got a lot available. See you soon. Come on, Clive.
Alright guys, here we are on our new horse. I added a nice little saddle on him. You know, give a man a horse, make a friend for life. And we named him Bojack after the TV show Bojack. I mean, I haven't seen the last season yet, but I do plan on watching it eventually. You know, that's been a very on and off show. But I feel like this episode has been overall pretty entertaining. This is my first time really editing. And there was a lot of cutscenes, so I couldn't do that much. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure you smash that like button right on the booty. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.